instead I thought we'd make some chili. We're supposed to be getting some snow, and I'm all about seasonal cooking, and so I'm gonna make my chili, which is one of my favorite foods. This recipe that I'm gonna share with you is for a red chili. I do have a white chicken chili that's also really good, and I'll share that later on. But today we're gonna do regular chili, and we're gonna start the same way we did with spaghetti sauce. We're gonna start with some onion, some garlic, some peppers. I don't have a regular green pepper, so I'm gonna use what I have, and some ground beef. Also, don't forget to save these peels. I did cook these and I ground them up for garlic powder, and it's delicious. So I've been saving my onion peel, or my onion skins, not peels, and my garlic skins. So once I have enough of those saved back up, I'll show you how to make your own garlic and onion powder. Super easy. Okay, I'm browning my ground beef with a half a cup of chopped up onion, a half a cup of chopped peppers, and 3 garlic cloves. So we're gonna let that sit over there until that's nice and brown, and then we'll drain that. But in the meantime, let's put together our sauce for our chili. Now, I was very excited, I found a couple of quarts of my tomatoes that I canned this past summer, so I'm actually gonna use those. Just get 2 large cans of crushed tomatoes. I do have a secret ingredient that I'm gonna show you for my chili, and I think you'll probably be surprised, but anyway. All right, so the next ingredient is kidney beans, and so I need to open these, drain them, and put them into my tomatoes. And then the secret ingredient, tomato soup. This makes it so good. I don't know why, but it just does. And I'm gonna experiment with making my own cream of tomato soup this summer, since I've just started making cream of chicken and cream of celery. I'm gonna do that with tomato too, but in the meantime, I'm using 2 cans of tomato soup. So I do 2 cans of everything, 2 cans of tomatoes, 2 cans of kidney beans, 2 cans of tomato soup. And this makes a pretty good batch of it. So if you didn't want that much, you could cut it in half, but whatever we don't eat in a few days, I freeze and I bring it back out, in a few weeks. So, all right, let's put all this together. Okay, the ground beef and the peppers and onions and garlic are all cooked up. I have added that to my chili mixture, and now we're gonna add the final ingredients. Now, of course, you need some chili powder. So I usually just sprinkle this in, but I'm gonna measure it just so I can tell you a better measurement than just sprinkle in. So I'm gonna start with a tablespoon and a half. Looks good. I'm gonna, of course, add a little bit of sugar to combat that acidity. So we'll do a tablespoon of sugar. And I don't like super spicy foods. So if you like super spicy foods, if you want your chili to be hot, oh, it's starting to snow. I'm so excited. Sorry about that. I love snow, and I know everybody's over it, but I'm just going with it at this point. So I'm gonna add some diced jalapenos. I'm only gonna add a tablespoon just because I just want a little taste of it. I just don't want that to be the overwhelming flavor. If you like spicy, then chop up some regular jalapenos and throw them in, or use a couple of tablespoons of the diced jalapenos. But I just like it to add a little bit of zhuzh to it, and I think that's enough. So, all right, we've got everything all mixed up now, and of course we're gonna add some salt. We'll call it half a teaspoon, and some pepper, same amount. Now, everybody knows that chili is better the longer you let it sit. So this is actually something that we're gonna have tomorrow, but I love to let this just sit. So if I make it in the morning and it sits in the crock pot on low or warm all day, it's good by evening and good to go. It's still better the second day. But we're gonna have this tomorrow. So it's evening right now. It's, I don't know, 4:30. So I'm actually gonna just let this sit in this pot overnight, and then I'm gonna cook it tomorrow in the crock pot. So the only thing other thing I'll say is I think you should give it a taste. Make sure that you don't need to add anything. Usually if I add anything, it's maybe a little bit more chili powder or a little bit more salt. That's usually all it needs. Everything else is perfect. That that tomato soup has some salt in it, so you don't really need a lot of salt added in. Anyway, I think we're good to go. I'm gonna get a spoon and actually I have one right here, and taste this and see if I need to add anything. And no, it doesn't need to cook before you taste it. You've already cooked everything except for the beans. So just get a taste of. I think maybe a little bit more chili powder. So I'm gonna say 2 tablespoons of chili powder for this size. Okay? All right, so this is gonna be great on a good winter day. Super excited. This is one of my favorite foods. All right, I am going to make some homemade cornbread to go with this. I'm gonna do that in a separate video, and I do have a secret ingredient for that that makes it amazing. All right.